Welcome back everyone. If you are new here, I'm Samir and today we are diving into a detailed step-by-step oil painting tutorial where I'll show you how to create realistic pine trees in a landscape. This video is a sequel to the time-lapse painting we did a few months ago. For those who requested a beginner-friendly breakdown, this one's for you. Grab your brushes, paints, and let's get started.
So before we start with the painting, let me show you all the things you need to get started. This is the surface which we are painting on today. This is a 12 by 12 MDF panel. Let me show you the thickness of it. This is only 2 mm thick. And if you have not seen my other video in which I have shown how to gesso coat the surface of MDF board, let me quickly show you the gesso which I am using. This is the Brustro artist gesso which I'll be using. And then the most important things you need are the oil paints, and these are all the oil paints I'll be using from Winsor and Newton. During the course of the video, I'll mention all the colors I have mixed. Unfortunately, I will not be able to show you the color mixing in this video because I was not able to set the camera in a right position because there was a lot of reflection. I'll have to figure out a way to show you the correct angle of how I mix the paintings. Moving forward, we need the brushes. In this video, I have used the round brushes size 0, 1 and 4, and then there is a pointed brush. Then there are a couple of hog brushes. This is a rounded hog brush, and then a flat rounded mob brush, and then there is a flat miniature brush. These two are miniature brushes. This will help you in making fine details. So these are all the cheap brushes I'm using. None of these are costlier ones. Then you need a medium. In my case, if you have seen my previous videos, I mostly use liquid original as a medium to blend and to mix in colors. Also, I'll be using liquid fine detail. This is a bit thinner compared to the liquid original, and you need turpentine oil, distilled turpentine oil, to clean the brushes. So if you can see, I have used up most of it. There you go. This is all the things you need. We will first start with applying gesso on the MDF panel, then make a fine sketch, and then we get started with the painting.
We start by mixing a darker green shade which is very light. I have mixed French ultramarine and cadmium yellow along with liquid fine detail. So this mix is very light and transparent, and on top of the background we have painted, I have, with the help of a mechanical pencil, I have drawn a light outline of the pine tree. I'm using a round brush size 0 and slightly dabbing on top of the canvas within the sketch we have made on the panel. I forgot to mention that I have mixed in ivory black as well into the mix so that it is very dark and transparent at the same time. The reason why we are just dabbing onto the surface and not creating strokes is because the dabs we put helps create a kind of texture which will help with the background of the foliage. If you have observed the shape of a pine tree, it is kind of a triangular or cone shaped, narrow at the top, and it widens as we come down. The transparency of this mix also helps with creating uneven texture so that some part of the background, that is sky, clouds and mountains, are still visible through the foliage, and you will see that this will help create a realistic texture to the tree. Remember, this is just the first step of the 3 layers which we will be building up. The first one being the background, then we will have the midtones put in, and then finally we will add the highlights to finish the painting. So first step being the background. Don't worry about mixing the colors to accurately match the foliage. So we will put in the darkest shades and then build it up with lighter shades as we go on into the tutorial. Let me complete the background, that is first layer for rest of the trees, and I'll see you when we do the mid-tone.
We lose ourselves in the rhythm divine. Underneath the sky, painted with dreams, we're chasing the echoes of silent screams. Caught in the spell of the cosmic night, where fantasies bloom in the pale moonlight. We'll let go of all that we know and dance in the stardust, gentle flow. Dancing in the stardust, we're waiting to feel.
Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon if you like the video.
As we twirl in the magic wand, cosmic light. Constellations will find a way through the celestial symphony. We'll sway with every step we leave our cares behind. In this celestial bond, realstic fine. Caught in the spell of cosmic night, with fences blooming.
Now that we are done with the first part, that is the background, let's move on to build up with the second layer, that is the mid-tone. For the mid-tone, I have mixed in sap green along with yellow ochre, and we will keep it as thick as possible because we should always remember the rule, the thick over thin. The first layer which we have put in was really thin, where we mixed in the medium liquid fine detail, and in the subsequent layers which we build up, those should be the thick layers. We have mixed in the colors right out of the tube and not mixed in any medium other than the liquid original, which in itself is a thick medium. Remember, we are only targeting the areas where we can see the sunlight hitting. We will keep the shadow areas untouched because they need to be dark. And finally, we'll add the highlights. For the highlight color, I have mixed sap green along with yellow ochre and titanium white. Again, I'm using the same size 0 round brush, and we will just dab on the surface wherever the sunlight is directly hitting. Make sure to keep the shadow areas untouched, that way we'll create a depth in our painting. I'll keep on adding titanium white and cadmium yellow wherever needed. For the extreme bright areas, we can add more titanium white.
Where the stars align, we lose ourselves in the rhythm divine. Underneath the sky, painted with dreams, we're chasing the echoes of silent screams. Caught in the spell of the cosmic night, where fantasies bloom in the pale moonlight. We'll let go of all that we know.
Now that we are done with the trees, we'll bring in some part of the background to make it look like we can see through the foliage. I'll mix in the same color we added for the sky, the clouds and the mountains. Thank you for making it so far. Please do let me know in the comments box if you'd like me to make such dedicated, detailed videos on parts of the paintings to explain it better. Also, let me know if I'm going too fast or too slow. I have added subtitles in all my videos to help you understand me better, as I have a thick accent. I hope you enjoyed the video so far.
Caught in the spell of cosmic night.
Thank you so much for watching the video till the end. I'll see you in the next one. Please subscribe to my channel and click on this video if you'd like to watch a landscape painting.